Okay, so you've just came down the elevator and arrived in the elevator room, and this horrific combination of Duergar and metal robot man
Oh, he's cute.
stands before you. His mouth is open in a permanent scream, and as he sees you, he clanks and walks forward.
Put an arrow straight into his mouth.
Oh, but he rolls a 17 as he goes clunk, 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 whir, and he actually goes first. Hoorah! So he storms forward straight up to you two. Aisha would go first, but he's still upstairs, sadly. Right, so he swings at you, Dave, with a metallic scream with his claw. He swings at Andy with his hammer.
Not now.
So the claw goes on to Dave, which he rolls, it misses. The hammer goes on to Andy, hits. Pop, pop, pop. Your hunter's mark has expired, Andy. It will require recasting, sadly.
I shall do that when it's my
That is
go.
his turn. He screams, and it's that sound as if it's a human voice, but coming out through a really crackly, old-fashioned radio speaker. The general ambient background is you can hear in the distance like lots of hammering, forge noises, that kind of thing. So it does seem like the general area is fairly noisy. Sandman, you go next.
Firebolt.
You ignore half cover, so you can blast away this horrific melding of dwarfen machine. If it doesn't, then we will fix it. That is fine. I mean, you have to hit first.
Yeah, I'll take the back Corin's head off.
Well, fuck, yeah. There's a sizzle coroner's someone narrowly misses the back of your head. Anything else you would like to do?
No.
Bairn, I would like to rage. You should have a button for that. Okay, push to the side, scraping your buttocks on that giant cog that you see there. You are incredibly awful.
It's saving the criticals for the dragon.
Yeah, that's what that is.
I'll do a second wind. I mean, action surge, I think it is actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never hit with an action surge yet.
That is a hit, yes, as you strike it with your battle axe. Ka-chunk, sparks fly. And is that your turn, David? Remember, to keep in rage, you have to take damage. So if you punch yourself in the face and do your unarmed damage to yourself, you can stay in rage, I would guess. That'd be funny to watch.
I thought you mean to have the attack.
Attack or take damage.
I could set fire to his trousers.
So you could punch yourself in the face doing 4 points of damage around to keep yourself in rage, I guess. Lantesh, it is your turn.
Right. If I cast Scorching Ray on him, will I hit?
No.
Well, I think that's what I'm going to do then.
That is first level spell, yeah?
Second, Scorching Ray.
Okay.
No, it fires 3.
Oh, I shit, I. Fuck. The time lucky.
It hits, hooray! Finally.
Honest to God.
Wow.
He probably laughs at that.
If he could laugh, if his life wasn't perpetual torment and pain, he would laugh.
Absolutely appalling.
That is incredibly appalling. Is that your turn complete?
It is, yes. Do I have to roll in this for what animals or not? No?
No, they're NPCs.
Right,
Okay.
Where's the end turn thing?
I've got it. Corin, it is your turn.
Right, sort out this hunter's mark thing.
Yeah, you're at disadvantage if you're using your bow because you're in melee mind. Or you could go all stabby. Unless you got witch feet. He hasn't.
Crossbow expert.
He hasn't, because one, he hasn't got a crossbow, and two, he's got healer and all that.
No, it's all range weapons. Yeah, it's really funny.
Well, I think I'll do this anyway.
Yeah.
I shall put that on him. I think we'll go twice short swords.
Yeah, you get multi attack with your melee as well, so you get 2 attacks with your main hand short sword.
So
it's a hit. Nice, 14 damage. It looks heavily injured. Sparks fly out of it. 16 bounces off its armor.
Right, that'll do for me then.
As it is 3/4 armor.
I was just about to do that.
Yeah, sorry. Bat, Dave. Is that everything? Yeah. Owl, Tracy.
Do a flyby and just swoop down and have a go
claw at its eyes. Go for the eyes. Who? Go for the eyes. That would have killed him, Baldur's Gate. Sadly,
and then fly back to where it was.
No problem. Aisha, you're on the roof, sadly. Then it is...
Hang on. Can I have a look to see if there's like a down switch for this lift that I'm on?
It's automatic. It stays at the top for a minute and then descends.
Okay.
So you're on the way down now. Right, it is the Duergar Hammerer once more as a new round. So it will this time claw on Ben, and then it will use the hammer on Andy. Mrs. Ben, And Andy gets the hammer.
Don't be hit me with that hammer. I'm short enough as it is.
It's another hit with a hammer. Bosh. You're stunned by the blow and you lose your hunter's mark. Sadly, turn.
Right.
It seems like a quite simple creature. Go ahead, Sam. This is your turn.
Firebolt.
Fire all of the bolts. It's a hit.
But let's double check the spell description in case I've got
It's
that
dead anyway. Right. He does not have a key. Bizarrely, let me have a look and see. The claw and the hammer are built into his arms. In the meantime, Bracy, you and the Jugart come downstairs. Oh, Andy, so it is.
Do you need me to roll anything?
You can loot the claw, the hammer, and the shell if you have time, but it'll take some time to disassemble. Let's sort that out later.
I think we'll sort that out later.
Right, so there's a double door to the east, there's a door to the north, and a short time later the lift clanks down. So you guys might want to shuffle around. I'll just shuffle these about a bit as Aisha's going to come down. And you see this horrific dwarven thing descend this tiny room.
You started the party without this.
Sorry, dear.
I'll try and fit all of these. It's going to get quite crazy.
I'll turn round to the Alpha and say, Alpha, which way now?
Well, I haven't been down here in some time, but to the north is the forge room. We should pass through the temple. The priest quarters is to the east.
Okay, north it is.
I would imagine we would have some trouble with the priest. Like there should be a door to the north to lead us into the chapel, and then a double door north of that to lead into the forge. That will leave the priest behind us. This is to the east.
Should we not sort the priest out before we go north? Then he's not sneaking up our rear.
I think we should just pile north because the longer we take, the more likely we are to build a defence of some sort.
Very well. Who's going to push the door open?
No one else will, I will, but I'm squishy than a lot of you guys.
I'll do it.
I can do it with mage hand if you want.
I only use on a knife.
Yeah, I'm going to nip off for a quick mage hand. I'll be back in 5 minutes, lads. All right, so pushing the door open, you see. Inside this room, you can hear loud mechanical noises that seem to come from behind the south wall, which is obviously where you've just come from, so that's the lift. Standing in the middle of the room, facing the double door to the north, is a 7-foot-tall statue of a female Duergar in scale mail robe. The top of its head above the eyes has been sheared off, making space for a stone brazier that gives off flickering flame. Chained to the statue's pedestal is an emaciated, malformed creature with rubbery purplish grey flesh, a bulbous head with a metal plate bolted to it and sinister eyes. As you've seen it before, you recognise it as a mind flayer. Its tentacles have been removed and it has a metal plate in its head. Yep, you step forward.
I will cast message at the mind flare and go, you don't look well.
As you do this, there's something about flickering there you go. So you step forward and see the remains of this creature. It looks to have been operated on or tortured in some way, Dave. Earl, you step into the room and contact the mind flayer.
Well, what happened?
I captured by little men, and its mental sending seems to be quite damaged or not complete in some way.
What did they do to you?
They cut head, can't kill with mind anymore.
Do you have any idea how to stop that
What is Chadland Dragon?
big flying creature?
Not saying little men bring me here, chain me here.
Wonder what he's down there for then.
If we release you, will you help us kill them?
He looks weak and emaciated. Yes,
Oh.
yes. Little man in dress down south, he says.
Look, I'll let him free, but I'll turn around and say, we have magic and we have small men as allies and other small men as enemies. You will only eat the enemy.
As you free him from his chains, he staggers and falls to one knee and then slowly pushes himself up. He says, can't fight now.
Rest until well.
Ask him if he knows about the what was it called, the ID Ascendant?
No, come from underground.
I think he said the guy was to the north. Or south, did he say? Right, let's go south and smash someone's head in. Come on, boys, move. Speed.
So where are you heading? Are you heading round to the door to the south?
Yeah, we're going to go to the door to the south.
This door here?
Yeah.
Grand Alpha says this is a statue of Deep Dera, a religious icon of my people, but it's been perverted by tying this creature to it. I don't know why they have done this thing.
Well, hopefully your goddess will look favourably upon it being removed.
Okay, so you head to the double south doors.
I'll listen at the door.
Somebody at the door. There's a knock at the door.
All right, get in there, come on. I'm really cognizant of the fact that the time scale will be moving.
You
under
listen
the
at the
dragon.
door, Dave, and you hear a vague sort of shuffling noise, but nothing that you can make out specifically. Okay, so you open the door, and inside The room is filled with stacks of granite tablets. Behind them lurks a long-bearded Duergar wearing black robes, a tall black mitre. He looks up as you charge in the door, Dave.
Well, I can't see him.
I know, but what do? Are you actually just full on charging him?
Yeah,
I'll follow Dave.
Surrender.
He bursts out laughing. Surrender to you. And as he does this, he takes his mitre off and he begins to change shape into something much larger.
I put 2 arrows in him.
There's going to be a lot of me scrolling through the combat tracker. Yeah. He changes and begins taller. Spikes grow out of his armoured skin. He has a long tail and demonic hellfire engulfs his body.
Let's get in there, Dave.
You actually change his picture because they only give you one. If you give me a second. So I know we're trying to go fast. And his shape changes until he looks like that.
Yeah, you just need to move into the room and you'll see him.
I think you can open the doors, So Dave has charged into the room and the guy has contemptuously looked at you, Dave. I'm just going to hit roll all initiatives, okay? Because it's going to be quicker with the number of sheer number of people on. Right, Corin, you get to go first. This Duergar grows tall and grows spikes and becomes a non-human creature as you move into the room.
Right.
Oh, 1 second.
No bother. Well, let's see if we can't do something. I need to put me Tosser's mark back on, don't I?
You've cast it, yes. So you'll have to cast it and lose another spell slot.
I put that on him, and then I think it's all being well. It's arrow time.
He smells of sulphur and brimstone, and it's not a thing that you would have expected. Gandolfa has a quick intake of breath. What? What has he done? She says. You hit with your arrow. With a 28, that's taking the piss, that, Andy.
Yeah, and the second
And
one.
the second arrow is a twang, but that one bounces off his spiky hide.
Bollocks.
Bollocks indeed. Bat goes
What you
next,
should have done
Dave.
for.
Okay, ignore him. Aisha, you're at the back. They've gone round the other side of that statue.
I'll push my way through.
You can get past the owl and the bat without a problem. So you get to there, and then you see the doors open to the south.
Guiding bolt.
You are
Well,
you dropped a 6. You got a 9. It's because you're standing next to the mind flayer. So you want the mind flayer to rest.
Overarching.
So the mind flayer opens this door and goes into the room out of the way to rest. So he's not interfering with the combat. How's that sound? However, you still miss because you rolled a 6 and a 9. So is there anything else you want to do? Very good. Next up is Drek. The Duergar will move forward and try to use javelins. And Drek, Lantesh, it is your turn.
See, I'm within 30 feet of that cloned person.
Target him and it'll tell you the range.
My map moved there by itself.
You're 25 feet away.
Oh, brilliant. Right, I'm going to cast Tasha's on him, make him prone. Because he is a creature with intelligence of 4 greater.
Oh, you need to give me a second to check his stat block.
Am I alright?
He saves. Oh, it did it automatically, yeah. I thought so. He saves.
Yeah.
Easily, in fact. Anything else?
Yeah. No, that'll do. I'll just stay where I am.
Okay, so it is a ban. Not with the 3, you won't.
I know it's to save the criticals for the dragon. At least I've got them bloody up.
Except we have the comely Duergar, or Dun Duergar Hoti, as they like to call himself. And it's like, I will deal with this horrible demon thing. And he throws a javelin at it, because they're not stupid. He hits with a javelin, doing some damage. Natural jawline also throws javelins. He does damage. However, the damage does not seem to do as much as he was expecting. Sun. Okay. To 3. Grandolpha, I don't think she's got anything. She's got lots of spells, but she can't. Airways. She can throw a fairy fire in there, but that has a chance of hitting you too as well, so she won't do that. Poison spirit only has a range of 10 feet. Do you know what? She'll move forward, a gesture of goodwill, and attempt to poison spirit.
Ian Ben could always dive back through them other doors, and then you could just chuck a fireball in there, Sanwin.
And he succeeds. Of course he succeeds. So then she'll move out of the way to let you past. There you go.
Me powder dry.
It is Clondarn's turn.
Here we go.
It hurls flame. Initially, it hurls a flame at. Basically, a fireball appears in its hand, in its left hand. It throws the fireball at Aisha. It misses, and then it curses and throws the fireball at Corin.
Thanks.
Which hits. You are burnt by hellfire. You take 8 points of damage, and you feel the flames of hell itself. And he laughs with his long, sharp claws. Long, sharp teeth. More javelins. Grand Officer says, "Bring it down, the filthy creature. It's defiling the temple of Duera." She's not. She obviously looks like she was not expecting this creature. Feel the mind flare slumps against the wall and does nothing. Owl.
Swoop attack.
Swoop, swoop.
So it's got a move of 60. So 20.
Yeah, all right, sorry. I was trying to move it. You must have been moving it at the same
Yeah,
time.
you move it
It's
then.
just so I could see what's his face in the corridor. Mr. K.
I was just gonna. Do you want to move it then?
All right, okay.
We'll see the.
I've moved part of it because I can't see the rest of the room to move.
Yeah, it's.
Right.
So
yeah.
that's 25 feet of movement.
8, yeah. And then 5. It's another 10 feet to do a swoop attack.
Yeah, so that's 35. So there, and then attacks.
Go out. Go out.
Get it? Better than
Go
friggin'
out.
me. I'm hanging me out up. Oh, bastard.
Yeah,
Right, and then-
it claws and it just skitters off its scaly skin.
Right,
and does
okay.
nothing.
And then I think I've got 50. No,
Yeah, you move 35, so you've got 25 feet of movement. left.
25, 20 to there. Yeah.
Okay, so that flies out of the way, not a problem. Corin, sir.
Right.
Round 2.
First thing I want to do is door behind me. I want to bodge it open with my arse,
Yeah,
back off a little bit so that I can still fire through the open door.
yeah.
And then let's have a bit of arrowy goodness. Oh,
You rolled a 1 and re-rolled it because you're a hobbit.
I know.
Awesome.
I'm good like that. And the second one.
Right, it actually seems to be finally chipping away at this creature.
There we go. Right. Now, if Ben follows me and we slam the door shut, that leaves plenty of room for the AOA experts to get in there.
Yeah, Bat, I assume, Dave, you keeping out of the way?
I will disengage.
Hold on, that was the Bat. Aisha, it's your turn.
Oh, I was literally about to charge in there. However, if people are going to AOE it,
I'm not AoEing. Like I say, I'm keeping my powder dry. Just because if we have to fight
I
a dragon,
move
might need
forward
it.
1. Again, is it possible, Rich, to if I run square southeast,
Mm-hmm.
so I'll be like in melee range. If I move round behind it, but don't move out of range, will it get an attack on us then or not?
No, it's only if you move out of its zone of control, which is 1 square around it.
Okay, right.
In fact, if you mouse over anybody, you'll see a grey box appear around them. That's the zone of control for that mob.
Hey, I never realised that.
So as long as you don't move out of the zone of control, you can dodge around it all you like.
basically run behind it and smack it over the head.
And smash it in the titties, okay? Roll again, you've got advantage, because flanking seems to have stopped working since the patch.
Oh, shall I take advantage on?
No, just roll again, because you missed. 2 misses. Swish, swish. Sadly, not. Is there anything else you want to do?
If I can see Corin, I will throw a heal on him.
I don't think you can, or has he opened both the doors?
Yeah, I've opened
Yes.
both of
Yes.
them.
Well, I can see him through the door, so...
Yeah, well, if you can see through the door, yeah, you can throw a hail. You can just drag and drop the little hail box, you know. You don't have to actually target people.
Much appreciated, Aisha, old man.
Yeah, what is?
Is that your turn, sir?
Certainly is.
Okay, we are back to the javelin volley. Luckily, it's quite easy for me to control. Lantesh, you are up next.
I'm going to firebolt.
I'm waiting for Earl to mispronounce it and go, I fireball. And Richie goes, I'll hold you to that. Boom.
You want to hope it's not while you're nearby.
Exactly. It's like, whoops.
Yeah, the advantage of fireball is that it hits a whole bunch of people. It's not wise to just throw it into a room against one target.
But it does look good.
Right. He laughs as you hit it with fire, and you do no damage.
Oh, well,
Oh.
I'm fucked then, because that's all I've got.
He's
Okay.
from the pit. He's from the pits of hell. I bet he's immune to fire.
Oh, that's a good point.
Ben,
Um,
you don't need to rage again, Dave. You didn't have a break, did you? Or did you you just punch yourself in the face repeatedly?
yeah. Well,
So I'm going to give you a wound then, because you have to keep taking damage, so you can
or
punch
do
yourself in the face.
damage or hit or try.
Yeah. It's a hit. Quite an impressive slash. He looks quite heavily injured now.
Nice one.
Is there anything else, Dave?
I'll tell him to surrender and stop that dragon thing.
Surrender to you, look. Oh, funny. More javelins come in. This is the last of the Duergar javelins. You're going to have to wait till they recover some, I guess. Damn it, he's hard to kill. San win.
I'll pull a green chromatic orb from my pocket and chuck it up and go, catch, bitch.
Green chromatic orb. Okay. It's a hit.
Man.
12 damage, acid damage. The acid does burn him, and he's quite heavily damaged. But he's still laughing as the acid burns his face away. Gran Alpha, move forward again. Poison spray, move back. Succeeds again with his Clondon. Right, stops hurling flames. And he claws Ben twice. And as he does that, his tail shoots out. His spiked tail attempts to stab you, Aisha. First claw on the miss. Second claw hit. It's the razor sharp Dave that cut through your armor like butter. Takes 6 damage and the tail lashes out. Bounces off your armor. Oh. This is the last of the javelins.
Stays where it is.
Okay. Corin,
not worth.
new round 3. The Duergar have got no more javelins left.
Right. Well, let's stick to the tried and trusted method.
It's a crit. Bam! How do you kill that thing? As you do 41 damage.
Well, as I'm about to loose the arrow, I shout across at him, "Never mind about surrendering, just die," and then put it in through his left eye.
So the arrow goes straight through, and as it does, there's a poof as his body turns to smoke, and all it leaves behind is as it laughs as the body fades. However, the hat changes back to like a cowboy hat, falls to the floor.
Not touching that hat.
The only thing that didn't disappear was the hat. And also there are a whole bunch of granite tablets. 92 granite tablets stacked about the room, each weighing 50 pounds.
Unless the hat is the control device for the dragon. And it's
Anything
like a
written on it?
telepathic thing.
Anything written on it? No, it's just
on the tablets.
Yes, there's a whole bunch of holy scripture written. If you can speak Dwarvish,
I can, and I've got religion as well.
Yeah, there's a bunch of holy scripture to the...
They say, add 2 ounces of tarragon to 4 ounces of goat.
To Deep Duerra, which is the statue that's there. However, Deep Duerra does not associate with devils. Not sure what's going on. You do recall, apparently Zardoc had changed, however. Right, so that is the end of combat.
So was that Zardoc?
No, that was not Zardoc. No, that was just a Mechanoid.
That was just an Herbert. Before we come out.
No, that was the guy who you have just killed was called Clondon.
Before we come out to combat, I need to nip across and bind Ben's wounds.
Oh,
That's
by the
fine.
way, lads, this might be a bad time to let you know there was either a really big dragon far away or a really small dragon close up. I wasn't quite sure, but it was going away.
Right, so you can only heal each person once between rests. Actually, there's an effect where you put it on people right. So there's a religious periphery, which is a bunch of granite slabs, obviously them being deep dwarves, and a hat lying conspicuously in the middle of the floor. Other than that, the rest of the room seems uninteresting at the moment.
I shout over to Sanwin, "Do you think this hat is relevant or significant or summit?"
That's back.
Well, they've managed to blow up the demon or devil or whatever the hell it was, and it dissipated in a puff of smoke, leaving its hat, which fell to the ground.
And I'm just wondering if the hat is significant.
As everybody is sort of walking around it, not touching it.
Yeah, like maybe a telepathic dragon control type hat.
Well, Grandalva, can you detect magic?
Can she detect magic? That's a bloody good question. Let me have a look.
I can. Guys, you keep forgetting I can.
10 minutes, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it takes 10 minutes and we don't have it.
Yeah, so hers will, won't it, as well?
No, she's
No,
got it
it doesn't
memorised.
have ritual.
Oh, okay.
Yes, she's got detect magic memorised. 3 a day.
Can you check to see if this mite is magical?
She detects, she says, of course I will. She detects magic. Yes, it's magical.
Now you've got to identify.
What flavour of magic is it?
What flavour of magic is it? It is. Bird doesn't tell you. Illusion? Whatever that one is.
Earl, you know exactly. This is either going to be a controlled dragon hat or pulls 1d6 rabbits out per day. You know which one it'll be.
I want the rabbits. Right, I will open a bag. Since we don't have time to identify it, I'll have a quick look at it with Arcana, see if I can guess anything about it.
No, it's a magic hat, apparently.
I'll put the magic hat in a bag without touching the magic hat.
Okay, I'll put the magic hat. Yeah, if I did it as well. But if I did it, how have you got 72 potions of acid resistance in the sled? That's something that's gone horribly wrong there.
No, we said we had a flask. A flask is 72 potions.
You've got like a potion.
Well, you were very unspecific.
Right, so you've got the hat in the party inventory that radiates magic, illusory magic. So you have doors to the east and the west, and a double door to the north.
Didn't she say north?
She said the forge would be to the north. You can hear the sound of hammering and the.
Myself now and then.
I'll run over and slap you on the back of the head if it helps. Let's check that. Open that door to the left and then go straight ahead.
Right, you open the door to the left, and it seems to be a vestibule, and it's got arrow slits in it.
Right, let's go north. Can we do the same with the doors? Big lads, kick the door open and we'll take the rear.
I'll open it with mage hand, yeah.
That would also work.
Right, you need to hold on because things going to lag.
And then give us a minute to get in position before you start opening doors.
Right, so you see arrow slits leading out to a gigantic room, Earl. From behind that door, you can just see a little...
Oh!
Thing in where? What kind of thing?
I'll point to this room and go, contact.
It's a large humanoid beast that walks primarily on, it looks like 4 limbs. It's got green shaggy fur, a face that looks like half wolf, half human, and long, terrifying claws.
Oh no! Oh, there's it's a four-blocker!
What's a four-blocker?
I'll explain at the end.
Can we try and turn it?
A werewolf, a were creature, you know, a shape changer. There's a four-blocker out of Earl's campaign. That's what he calls them.
Oh shit!
Because we all started calling them werewolves, and he went, "No, it's a four-blocker." I was like, "Oh, right, okay."
Are we going in?
So, like I said, there's very loud noises coming from the double doors to the north, and Earl, where you look through the arrow slit, you can see like the flickering of a gigantic forge flames reflected against the wall.
Well, if it hasn't seen us, let's leave it alone for now.
No, because if we can get round the side of the forge, we might be able to set an ambush up. We'll have to take it.
Grandolpher says this will be the maid's forge. This is where they'll have constructed the weapon.
Have the Duragar recovered their...
Yes, they've recovered their javelins.
Can I recover any of the arrows?
Yes, Andy, I will let you recover all of your arrows because basically the thing turned to smoke. So even the one you stuck straight through its head with 42 damage you did Earl in one shot.
I will dish out my javelins to the Duragar.
Okay.
There could be a way to control the dragon in the forge. So yeah, we do have to take to secure the forge. We can't just bypass.
Grandolpher says, be wary, there'll be quite a few of my people in the forge. I should be able to convert at least some of them that I was speaking to when they came up to use the mess room. So some of them will probably join us, but I don't know how many.
Well, let's see how persuasive it will be. But first, let's get rid of this thing in here.
Well, can we not send her or the Duragar in first to, bolster our forces?
She said yes. However, I'm not allowed on this level anymore, and neither are my people.
Ah, right. Okay.
Can I ask Grandolpher, are your people susceptible to sleep spells?
It's possible, but we are quite hardy, and it normally won't affect more than 1 or 2 at the most. Sometimes not even then. I leave it up to yours.
Just cast a fireball in there.
Sandman doesn't want to cast any fireballs in case we have to fight the dragon.
Yeah, because we're running out of spells, and we need to keep.
The dragon is not in the fortress. You do not have to fight the dragon in the fortress. Bracy tells you the last time you saw the dragon, it was flying straight in the direction of 10 towns at a rapid speed.
Like I said, it was either very big, far away, or very small, close up.
Yeah, but if there's a way to bring it back,
yes,
and we'll have to, neutralise it, we've got to have something to fire at it other than harsh language. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Right, it's room to sort this green bastard out then.
What green bastard?
The one that I've got.
The four-blocker.
I've got a load.
Yeah, that's in the main forge room.
Oh, that's the main forge room. Oh, right. Okay.
You're looking through an arrow slit into the main forge room.
Oh, I see.
I got worried what Richie meant. That's what I'm saying. Let's go. We'll have to take the forge and neutralise it.
The forge, boys.
I was like, what's he? He's.
Can you not shoot it through the arrow slit a couple of times just to weaken it?
Yeah, of course he could.
What the hell?
Of course he could.
It might get really annoyed It might get really annoyed to think the other dwarfs that's in the room, where it is, if there is any, is attacking it and attack them.
Oh, Tracy, go through the door while I cause some trouble. Pass that potion, Tracy.
Right, pass you the potion.
I'm going to drink the potion that lets us...
The minor illusion till. So you can now permanently cast minor illusion.
Yeah.
Do you want me to come with and put arrows in it? I mean, that's what arrow slits are for.
Yeah. I'm going to move over next to the arrow slit.
Grandolpher says this is a bad plan.
Really?
The forge is huge. You're looking at one tiny part of it through an arrow slit. You're going to give yourselves away if you start shooting through arrow slits. She says, by all means, go into the room and look through the different arrow slits so you can gauge the size of the forge, but this is a bad plan.
Guys, do you not think it's, if that hat is a hat of illusion?
You can go into the room, Earl, and look through the arrow slits.
Put your hat on.
Let's go through the big door.
Pretend to be one of the people, like the guy that we've just killed, and they'll not attack him, and then you've got the drop on everything.
Yeah.
And you could command him.
Yeah, that would be great. But if I put it on at a helm of opposite alignment, I'll start fireballing the group.
Well, you fell off cliffs and everything. You
And
might put a hat on.
If it's an item that requires attunement, you have to short rest with it. You can't just put items on and try and use them anymore.
Oh, right, okay. I was just trying to talk Earl into doing something daft.
Put the hat in, walk in, and go, I'm here to do a quality assurance assessment. At least half of them will run away, guaranteed.
Oh, that's a good point. Time and motion.
Okay.
They'll be like, nope, not doing this.
Well, we're going to be standing outside these doors all night.
Come on.
So who's going through the door?
I will.
No, thank you.
And I will, but I'm not going first.
Are you pushing both the doors open, Dave? Okay, well, enjoy this.
That's relative, isn't it?
Right, the entire place is lit with the light from a gigantic floor. Smoke fills this warm cavern, which is a ceiling that ranges from 40 feet high down to 20 feet high along the south wall. The source of the smoke and heat is a 10-foot tall stone forge shaped like a pyramid with its peak sheared off. Ripples of heat and flashes of firelight spew from the top of the forge, which emits a deep pulsating heartbeat. A 5-foot deep trough extends east from the forge with rows of black anvils on either side of the depression. Overlooking the forge are 4 20-foot tall guard towers with grey-skinned dwarves standing behind their low battlements. Stone stairs provide access to the tops of the 2 towers near the forge. South of the forge is an enormous 5-foot tall platform fitted with cranes and clamps with short flights of iron stairs leading to the top of the platform. Surrounding it is a cleanup crew consisting of a female Duergar with a horn, 6 hulking bipeds, their fur white stained with foot, and a large and important looking dwarf wearing a crown with 9 spikes on it. They're tossing scraps into a cylindrical container in the 20-foot high ceiling above. This bin is a rectangular hole. Dave, you step into the room, you can probably see...
Yeah, I can see 4 mobs.
Yeah, okay.
Including Zardos.
Yeah.
Oh, 5.
Yeah, let me just open these towers for you, Dave, okay? Still opening.
Oh, fuck.
There you go, Dave. Dave steps out into the room, and what do you do, Dave?
I step back outside. I think we can fight them from this at the doors.
Grandolpher can't get into the room if you do that.
Yeah, we're going to have to go in the room.
But Dave, that's fine. You do you. So you can. Are you stepping back into the doors?
Right,
I asked
Grandolpher,
will they recognise her dwarfs not being allowed on this level, or like do all the dwarfs look the same? If you know.
She says, yes, but now is not the time. So you step into the rooms.
I'm tempted to get them 4 dwarfs to form up behind us and walk in like I own the place. And if anybody challenges, I'll just give them a mouthful about, being an agent of what's his name. And
right, well, people are starting going in the room. So, Tracy, what are you doing?
Oh, my turn first.
No, what are you doing now? You've got 6 seconds. 5,
I'm moving
4.
into the room.
Right, okay, you're moving into the room. Bracy, you've got 6 seconds. 5, 4.
I'll move in the door
3,
and I'll tell the
2,
4 dwarfs to line
1.
up behind us.
Okay, Andy's already moved into the room. Grandolpher comes running forward. Right, you say this place is absolutely crawling with dwarves and those fucked up crazy humanoids. They see you, and Zardoc, apparently the king under the mountain, turns. His eyes burn with hellfire. You shout, "Intruders! Kill them all!"
I shout him.
I'll look at him and in Dwarven say, roll initiative, bitch.
It's like, say something that's guaranteed to start a fight.
Right, again, there's too many mobs. I'm just going to roll all initiatives. There is so many. Right, so first up we have creature with a custom pastel jockstrap. It yowls and comes bounding towards you. Right, that Duergar, the Duergar all begin to enlarge. Drek enlarges. Right, another one of those creatures comes bounding from round behind that platform. The James Bond music starts enlarging. So it looks like you have a round while all of the Duergar cast enlarge upon themselves, except for the strange white-furred creatures which bound forward, baying for your blood.
We'll decide now we either attack or pull back and try and bar the doors.
Fight them.
Grandolpher shouts, "Brothers, the time is now. Join my clan. You know that Zardoz has gone crazy. He's sold his power to some unearthly powers, and he's violated the tomb of Deep Dera. Salmon, it's finally your turn. All of the dwarves have started enlarging."
Which one's the? Can I see the king?
I don't know, actually, because you're cowering around the corner. I don't think you can.
Oh, no.
If you move forward, you might be able to see him.
There. Oh, hello, baby.
Did you move? Yeah, you did. Even
you know what I
there's
said?
so many mobs, even arm lagging.
You know what I said about holding? I can't.
Oh, yes, you can. Go for it.
Right. This is what the king, Zardoz Sunblight, looks like.
I'm going to fireball.
Right. You drag the token onto the map. And where the token lands, that's where the fireball lands.
Right on top of him with a bit of luck.
It's not
Now,
That king
do we
under the
fight them
mountain
all,
dog.
or do we kill the king and hope that if we kill him, the rest of them will just fall down?
So that will do nicely. So do you want to target all of those creatures with control and left click? Because we know your targeting doesn't work for some reason. And then hit the save, and then boom, baby. Ouch! Boom! Earl's fireball bursts and sets fire to everything. Nothing dies from it. A pretty shitty roll.
So much for power dry. As a free action, I'll burn 2 sorcery points. 3 sorcery points.
Yeah.
Right, I'll refresh that 3rd level slot I used.
Good job. Next up, Duergar moves forward. The Duergar attempts to run into the room. He can get there because of the difficult terrain. Fire at anything though. All the Duergar are just enlarging basically, including yours. Ben, it is your turn. The fireball explodes in front of you. These creatures look injured. Not terribly so.
Say again, sorry?
He says, no, stinger.
Rah! He shouts and charges.
Or maybe I will.
There now.
Oh, it's the custom pastel jockstrap trap one as well. Okay, I'll chase you. Are you keeping out of the way for the combat or not?
I am not getting them in combat.
Alright, well, I'm just going to hide the familiars from the combat tracker, okay? Again, Sandman. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of scrolling through the combat tracker and hoping that the Duergar moves past you, Brissy, but they're using their action, so that's 10. They're using their action to this turn. As shit is going down.
Can I keep screaming heretic and dwarven and pointing at the king?
It's a Quaggoth, the one next to you. He multi-attacks you with claws, Dave. Hitting for the first one. 9 damage. He claws with the second one. Crits! Oh shit. 13 damage. He grins and looks forward for dwarf for tea tonight. Dwarves are enlarging and moving into combat as best as they can. Corin, it is your turn, sir.
Right. I'm going to move up onto Sandwin's shoulder, and I realise I'm presenting a target from behind, but then I am going to do the usual, try to check out the road a bit. Let's see if we can put the old tosser's mark on the king under the mountain. Oh, sorry, I hit it twice by mistake.
It's alright.
Ideally, he now has a little greasy white smear on the end of his nose. Here goes then.
It's a hit.
Have that.
Bam, have that. And then a second roll.
Cross your fingers. Bollocks. So, you believe so? I believe that is me done.
Excellent. It's another Quaggoth who is right next to Dave. Leaps forward, sets about him with claws once more. Hits with the claw. Dave, you're surrounded by these beasts and they're just clawing and slashing at you. And it's another Quaggoth who bounds forward 30 feet towards you, or casting large on himself. It's buying yourself some time further.
Oh, sorry, I say right.
Right, Grandolpher finally can actually, so that's 10 feet of movement. And she casts Fairy Fire. That's round, corn, we'll get there. So she's going to unfortunately hit you, Dave, but she gets all of the king and everything with Fairy Fire. Sorry, Dave, she says. I guarantee that's what happens. Guarantee it.
Well done, young man.
You made the save, and lots of them start glowing. You have advantage to attack them. And that is pretty much her turn. She moves back 5 feet. Lantesh.
Which one's the king? Oh, I see him, right. Okay. Yes, he's in range. I'll smile at the king. And then hold my hands out and cast Firebolt at him.
Okay. You miss, even with advantage.
That's really shit. Right, okay, that's me.
Isha.
Can I squeeze past these two dwarfs?
Yes, it's cost 10 feet of movement to move past them. So you use 10 feet. Yeah. That leaves 20 feet of movement.
Right. And at that point, I cast Bane on Zardoc and the two closest Krigoths round Bane.
Not a problem. Target them, and then do they get a save? I don't know if they do.
I think it's a charisma save.
So then apply the Bane effect. Right. Is there anything else you want to do this turn?
I am going to move up a bit further and heal Bane.
Okay.
Then I'm going to get ready to charge the shit out.
You feel a little better, Ben. Zardoc's turn. Seeing Earl throwing fireballs about, have effective cover though, Earl, because you're in a... he holds his hands and black-purple blasts of energy streaking out. He fires twice.
What? Can I use Arcane to identify the spell?
Yeah, roll a B Arcana check. It's DC 15 plus the level of the spell or something crazy. First one misses. Yeah, it's Eldritch Blasts he's firing at you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You take 14 damage. He shouts, "Kill them all! Kill them!"
I will shout, "See his unholy magic, granted by demons, not the true dwarven gods!"
It's more Quagos and Dave's there by yourself. They're really bad, just keep attacking them, but they seem quite happy to have a go at you, Dave. Both of them
I cast Bane on them.
bounce off your armour. Mordu got enlarge. Drek can move the room, casts enlarge. So all these Duergar are now giant running about. Bond music cued. Live and let die. You see another Quaggoth come bounding into view, Dave. Aisha, this one comes bounding over and gets within range and begins to attack you.
And by me.
Clawing away.
But I made the divvy.
It hits. Doing minor damage. You maintain your concentration. It swings again. It hits twice with the claws. Another minor cut. Oh no, your Bane effect is expired because you lost concentration.
Brilliant.
Duergar, yes, more Duergar. I'm just skipping through them the first turn because it's on. They're all casting enlarge. Sandwin.
How well's he looking?
Barely scratched.
We should do something about that.
Scorching ray.
Scorching ray, eh? Not another fireball.
Well,
there's a lot of those Quaggoths coming.
I know I am tempted, but I have a bad feeling I'll hit Ben. He has got fairy fire on them though, hasn't he?
He has. It should automatically. There you go. Oh, the lag. There's so many monsters.
I was going to say, it's just sitting there going, do.
You hit. Yeah, there's so many monsters in the combat tracker. If your terrible...
What terrible plan were you going to say?
Plan, yeah.
That's us.
That is you.
Not just me.
We're on round 2 now, aren't we?
And I'll step to that.
Okay. Right, Duergar runs up and attacks Quaggoth as they are enlarged now. Swings his war pick. He hits, heavily injuring it. So yeah, it's now on. This Duergar runs forward. Enlarged, he hurls a javelin. Disadvantage because it's at long range, so he hurls that at Corrin. Hits.
That's not on. How was that?
Not at all. You toss his mark and he gets knocked. No, yes. Toss his mark gets buggered up by the javelin guy. That is this guy here has just threw it.
Oh, him.
Yeah, you're surrounded by... Ben, it's your turn. You're surrounded by Duergar. And these creatures...
Die!
You hit him in the custom pastel jockstrap and he's heavily injured. Is that your turn, Dave?
Aye.
It's now Quaggoth's turn, who begins to claw at this Duergar. He hits and again slashes out. 2 hits. I said this would be quite... Okay, we have the first of the friendly Duergar who moves to here and then performs a shove attack and attempts to shove his companion off the top of the tower. He's like, Grandolph is right. We can't be waiting for Zardoc. The guy's a lunatic. Oh, he gets in at 20. The other one only rolls a 17, so he shoves him 5 feet. He plummets 20 feet to the floor, taking 5 damage. Duergar, short grey left knee. Yeah, again, he moves behind one and then does a shove attack. fails to shove. Boo-hoo. We got natural jawline beard, and does some javelin-y type stuff against them Quaggoths. He hits 10 damage. It's your turn, Corin. Unlike some PCs, he says, I can focus fire on the wounded ones.
Right, well, I suppose I'd better burn another spell slot, hadn't I? And I'd better remark that horrible little orbit. Mind back on him, his fingers. Right, that done.
Cross your everythings.
Yeah, I shall cross me spell slot off as I go back up the character sheet. Right, cross everything.
It's another hit. Big hits from Corin, and Zardoz is starting to look somewhat damaged.
Aye, and I may as well stop where I'm at. So that's me done. Sorry, hang on, I'll do the... Oh, you've done it. Sorry, the only way I can do it on this screen is I have to have the combat tracker like off the screen, bottom left, so I have to pull it up.
Oh, no, it's fine. I can just change it for you.
All right,
Right. More claws against Ben. Missing. He just stands there shrugging the damage off. Both miss again, Dave. You just stand there. However, another Quaggoth comes into view. He moves up and then jumps onto the wall and scuttles across the wall over the top of the Duergar, landing in the center of your group like a spider across the wall, and then sets about this guy. 1 because. And then a 3, failing to hit completely. Gar runs forward and then hurls a javelin at Salmon.
Fecker.
It hits you, Salmon, for 5 damage. Big hits from the Duergar. Next we have Comely Duergar. It's your favourite sexy Duergar on your side. He runs forward. Hello, darlings. I'm here to save the day. And hurls a javelin at that Quaggoth. He hits and does a bunch of damage. The Quaggoth seems heavily injured. Next we have Plunging Dress, who says he's pushed his mate off. Fight among themselves. More exciting than the DM fighting amongst himself. Broken Finger can only move to there. He will on the one fighting Aisha, and he hits. Still doesn't kill it with all of these javelins sticking at it. Gran Dulfer got not many offensive spells, to be honest. She's got no health. Our only direct spell seems to be Poison Spray, which everybody keeps saving that. Stuff like invisibility and enlarge and whatever. Lantesh, finally it is your turn, my dear.
Can't hit the broadside of a bloody barn at the moment. Yes, I'm going to keep my focus on the king. Does he look very wounded?
He does look quite badly wounded, yes, but his eyes are blazing with insane hellfire and he's screaming bloody
Your
murder.
Royal Highness, Lathander has a gift for you, and I'll reach into my bag and pull out a fluffy, throw it at him.
Yes! How far can you floor them? Do you know, I was just thinking there's not enough mobs on the combat tracker.
I just thought that as well.
Sorry,
and then Tracy aced it.
A fluffy boar has appeared.
Oh.
Throw it up to 20 feet. So what I'll do is I'll shufty forward.
Yes, I am intrigued.
I know that's going to incur like double movement because of that move through.
Yeah, you've moved right next to a Quaggoth, you know that, don't you?
Oh, I'll move through. Is
So
that yellow dude ours?
You can't actually.
I'm a bit confused of which ones are ours and which ones.
The red ones are the bad guys. You're standing right next to a red one.
Right. Okay, so if I move through the yellow guy,
to
there-ish, then
right, well you can hit him from there with the bow, which appears.
Okay.
Hurrah!
I don't know where it is. Where is it?
Bow. A large, fluffy bow appears.
Just tell it to attack, King. And that's my turn.
I'll get its turn on its turn. Aisha,
because if I move back, that red guy at the top there above Aisha, I'll get an attack of opportunity, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'll just stay where
Aisha,
I is.
it's your turn.
I attack the Quaggoth that's attacking me.
Brunette eyebrows, you hit. Yay, finally. You managed to bring one down. The first kill of the combat. Smash. It is dead, and you have your movement and your bonus action.
By bonus action, I heal Ben again.
Oh, Ben's barely scratched because of his berserker rage.
Who's more damage, Ben or Lantesh?
I'm almost bloodied.
I heal Lantesh.
Oh, lovely. You're a darling. My hero. How about my eyelids? I'll wear me hat for you later, dear.
Fortunately, that's me out of healing spells, so don't get hit again.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yes, for now, yes.
Excellent. Zardock gets here. So seeing all of this going on, he casts Hold Person Pawn. I was going to have to say Sanwin as he's throwing about the fireballs.
Oh, Sanwin.
Bastard! You succeed, Earl. He curses.
No, I think it was better when Zardock shouted, "Bastard!"
Bastard! End of turn. Round 3. Back on the Quaggoths who are busy tearing into Dave. Well, I say tearing. Finally, it slashes you, Dave. This is supposed to be quite hard. And you're just standing there going, is that all you've got, little man?
Our Dave is tough.
Right, now we've got a lot of Duergar just attacking each other. You know. That's what makes D&D exciting for people. It is Drek's turn. He will step forward, hurl a javelin at the injured Quaggoth. Back to Quaggoths. Ooh, 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 ooh. This one bounds forward and slashes at the boar because it can't get past it. The poor boar, who has only just come into existence, is hit once and clawed again. And killed, sadly, before it even got to do anything.
It soaked up attacks that thing would have gotten on somebody else, so I'm not bothered.
Exactly. Duergar fight among each other. Exciting manner. Hit. They're just setting about each other with war picks. Civil war. This one is a javelin guy shooting at Corrin, who's closest because he's not engaged. And misses. That was exciting, wasn't it? He waited all that time and then missed. Poor bugger.
I'd love to pick your javelin up and throw it back at him.
Oh, you can absolutely do that. Reliable Trousers picks himself up, staggers down towards you at half speed as he's being pushed off the top of. Finally, we get a Duergar who will throw a javelin at this Duergar here because everybody's like 3 or 4 deep. I really want to throw it at Lantesh, but he can't really see you. Come on, where's the hero? Sanwin, hurrah! It's your turn, Sanwin. You have just resisted a Hold Person.
I look at him, say cheeky, and firebolt them. I'll step into that cubby.
You do a little bit of damage and step into a cubby way. That'll give you partial cover.
Planstein.
Oh, it's Duergar fighting Quaggoth bravely. Bang! He kills one!
Well done, son.
Well done, son. Nice one. Opening in the enemy lines. And it is Ben's turn.
Get that.
Critical hit! 17 damage. Wham! Heavy damage to the beast, but not a kill, sadly. Is that your turn, Dave? You waited all that time just to have one brief flash of glory. Who have we got? We have the Duergar moving up to reinforce your line. Corrin.
Right. If I can get myself in between the anvils, will that give me partial cover from the king?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Right. So I'm going to go there.
And crouch down.
And then shoot over the top of it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I would have been putting arrows in Aisha's back. And I'd really rather not.
The first time. Oh, sorry, no.
Right. Here we go then.
Hits. You shoot. Zardock, how do you take him down?
As he opens his mouth to yell, kill them all, he suddenly gets something stuck in his throat. And it's pointy.
Gurgle. He gurgles as an arrow protrudes through his mouth and out of the back of his throat. And then he slumps down. His body is immolated in filthy brimstone-smelling flames. Then, is that it?
Pretty much, I think. Hang on. Ben's all right. Anybody desperately need a heal? Oh, I think that's it.
Not have another attack, like.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you do. You've got another attack.
Oh, God, I keep forgetting. Sorry, I'm being thick.
You get Uber now, man.
I shall change targets to that wounded Quaggoth and attempt... How would I forget that? Attempt to put an arrow in it.
Critical! More big old hits. Bam! 26 damage. Look at that. It goes down.
There we go. That was worth an arrow.
Certainly was. And then we have the crazy ass Quaggoths attacking the Duergar. Duergar goes down under the first claw attack, and then he moves forward. Second Duergar. Slashing at that one. Right, Simon, you get one more javelin hurled at you.
They don't like me.
They do not. You have cover.
They're not much kind on mine either.
That you have cover, so I will apply cover to you. Misses, dinks off the wall next to you. The war goes on all around you. However, Zardrock has gone down. What? Plans you have. Grandolpher shouts, "Lay down your arms! Zardrock is dead! This clan is now the Musgard clan. Dwarves, the Tink Tink, what picks the floor." Sadly, the Quaggoths do not. They seem to be enjoying this craziness. Antesha, it is your turn.
I'm going to use that opportunity and with my natural ability to make minor illusion, make Grandolpher like glow all the way around and say, the hell do they call the dwarven god?
The statue is Deep Dweller.
I'll just basically say, listen to Grandolpher, your god has spoken. Lay down your arms, and I'll just like use that to make it look as though like she's more powerful. You know, that the power has flowed into her veins.
Well, the dwarves in the tower are dropping their arms and stopping fighting, as are the dwarves on the floor. Aisha, what do you do? The Quaggoths, however, continue to fight on.
I am going to charge the Quaggoth to the south and engage it.
Some serious focused fire from the party there, killing the king.
Go.
God damn it.
That was the tousled cream horseshoe moustache. You were distracted by his magnificent moustache.
I'll shave that bastard off.
And finally, we're back to the Quaggoths attempting to eat Davy as best as they possibly can, which apparently is not all that well. I can delete the help you to destroy the Quaggoths fully before they destroy Dave. Find out. Dave, what is going on ever since you became a barbarian? Nothing can hit you.
Dave just stand the flexes and go.
God I'm worshipping, but he's a secret.
Which god's that one?
That's a secret. Gonna leave that for when I face the Rime maiden if I'm still alive.
It's Lathander. Lathander's with us.
Well, he was worshipping this guy called Cuthbert, but no one's ever heard of him.
Right,
I'm sure he's got a school up here somewhere.
Who? Cuthbert?
Yes, in Cuthbert.
Simon, it's your turn.
Oh, that'll be Firebolt.
So you're firebolt. Oh yeah, the groomed jawline Quaggoth.
Well, my plan is to damage everything, so Andy can just murder them to
He's
death.
wounded. Yeah, that works.
Works for me.
Simon, Ben, it's your turn again.
Bad guy. I had the target in mind.
You can just drag that hit number on top of one. Remember, you can drag stuff on top of other tokens. There you go. You've hit.
And it's custom pastel jockstrap. Die, you light pink motherfucker.
Yeah, he goes down. His jockstrap flaps in the wind. Your turn, because you only have one attack now. But what I'm just doing is, as we're going through, I'm deleting the, except for the ones that are fighting the Quaggoths. As combat seems to be winding down, Corin, it is your turn again, sir.
Arrows.
Whoa, what? More crits.
Get that Quaggoth.
32 damage.
One shot at it.
Do you mind not doing that all the time to the monsters, Andy? Because it's kind of inconvenient for me. Right, once again, one shot, one kill. Just call him Rambo.
Yep.
So that leaves one of the
Can I
Quaggoths to
hit
the
that
south.
one at the south?
You can, but it's got cover.
Right.
Because Lantesh is kind of short, and the dwarf's kind of short, but the Shoggoth is kind of tall. The Quaggoth is kind of tall.
Right. Well, I'll try it since I've got a. So I'll click the cover button.
Click the cover button, yeah.
Right. I may as well.
Hits again, doing more damage.
There we go. Hopefully the rest of them can finish that off.
Quaggoth on its own, slashing at Aisha. Ineffectually for the first shot, hits for the second, doing a little bit of damage. Comfy Duergar. The rebels have only lost one Duergar, hurrah! They're doing well.
I love the way how everybody's clustering around this one Quaggoth.
Yeah, they're just battering it over and over and over again.
Give up, you hairy fucker.
Gandalf can't do anything because she will hit everybody. It is your turn, Lantesh.
Firebolt on that poor little Duergar that's left.
The pure, the little Quaggoth. You hit, hurrah! And he goes down. Bam, bam. Tracy burns him and he dies horribly. A great cheer goes up.
Do you mind if I jump in here? I've fired 8 arrows in this combat. Will it be alright if I roll a d8 to see how many I can recover?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
At the end of combat, however.
Right, that's right. Oh, hold on.
Poor Bora. Right, Salmon, it's your
No.
turn. You notice marching from the north.
Oh, I can see it.
Yeah. 3 more of those robot hammer things. Storming towards you.
Line of sight. So
Grand Alpha says, we can't stop those until they are out of combat mode. They will keep coming.
Combat mode.
They kill us or we kill them.
Okay, firebolt.
A firebolt is the
Oh, no, wait, they
creatures
need to fire.
march before you.
No, I will. That was the one that I couldn't hurt with fire, isn't it?
No, it was a demon thing.
All right, in that case, I'll firebolt it.
No, you will not.
Contact northwest.
Contact northwest.
Enemy armor.
Oh, this is an attractively trim one.
Yeah.
They don't seem to have any missile weapons, however. They're just storming towards you as fast as their little mechanical legs will carry them. It is your turn, Ben.
Can I dash?
Yes, you can.
Quick question before Dave dashes, Rich. Is that a big flaming pit of like
Lava.
molten lava?
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if they'd be shooting enough to charge straight for us, Dave, and then go plip in the lava.
Dave dashes forward.
Ask Grandalfa.
No, they're not that stupid. They're still partially alive. They're an unfortunate melding of undead and machine. It's Corin, I click past there. It is your turn, Corin, as you see these creatures approaching.
Right.
I will finish my move, yeah.
Sorry, Dave. Go for it.
Dave.
Oh, yeah.
Right, I fire arrows at the one I can see.
In a frenzied rage. Got it? Yeah, you shoot all of the arrows. Here we go. He's the ranger, the underpowered ranger, cutting loose.
He's doing better than Sash did.
That's true.
There we go. That'll do, mate.
Did you got a foreman defensive alpha? Lantesh.
I'll invite my
Me again.
It is. I have deleted all of the doors if they have dropped their weapons and surrendered.
All right. Okay. So everything's dead.
Apart from those robot Duergar things coming down to kill you. The kill bots.
All right. Up the north corridor. Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
it's been screaming, going, contact enemy armor.
Right. I'm going to move there to get it within their range of these bloody things.
Aisha.
Yeah, sorry. Is that the only place we can see them coming in from?
If you can see them, you can see them.
I will run to the northeast.
Do you shout parkour as you're doing it?
Yep.
Parkour!
And then I will cast Toll the Dead of the Injured One.
It fails its save, so you get to do your d12 damage.
Oh, nice shot.
Bang!
Boom.
Yes. Boom.
What?
It falls to pieces. Nice one.
They don't have a lot of hit points, do they?
You guys are Ruben now, you know.
Another one.
Coming forward. Direct doing that. Salmon, is your turn. Nice. They're just going to get picked apart here. Bairn, it is your turn.
Dash again.
Yeah.
There.
You haven't attacked, so your rage will drop.
I'm biting my lip while I'm being...
You're taking more damage then. That's okay. As long as you're taking damage. You run up to it. You've dashed, but you can't do anything, yeah? So that's its turn next, so it moves forward. So again, you are subject to many, many attacks. Because you just look like that, Dave. I guess you're the tank. Bam. Corin.
Right. I am going to fire at the damaged one. Ben, duck. Thank you very much.
It's a hit. Here we go. Here comes the big bangs. The unusually fit Duergar hammer. That's words we'd never thought he would say.
He must have put Tosser's mark on them.
He hasn't?
No, I haven't. I'm saving some spell slots for later.
Oh.
In case there's something else horribly large lurking around that corner.
Lantesh.
Like a dragon.
Lantesh.
Right. I'll move there, and I'm going to cast Firebolt.
Fireball, you say?
Firebolt.
To pieces, you say? How's dear feel? Oh, to pieces, you say? Sadly, it misses.
I know. I'm not being very lucky tonight.
Not at all. Aisha. Aisha seems to have targeted everybody in the whole world.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just
For some weird reason.
clear those.
I will move forward and cast Toll the Dead again.
You love that Toll the Dead, don't you?
I do, actually. I think it's really good.
Bong.
Use a 10.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. You're attacking people with music 10 music. He fails. You can do your damage. Woohoo! Unusually fit Duergar takes it. Heavily injured, though.
Oof, I'm not having that.
Are you doing anything else? You can heal with your bonus action, but you said you were out.
No, I can't because I'm out of spell slots.
Oh, dear me. An unusually fit hammerer. Dave, you're right there with a face just made for punching. Mrs. Sandman.
Firebolt.
You've got to be able to finish these off now. They're knackered, and Dave's just laughing at them as they
Well, actually, I'm going
swing.
to switch targets and shoot the one next to it.
Swing ineffectually. No, you're not. Fuck. Dave, it is your turn. Oh, you're still wearing your chain shirt, aren't you, Dave? You can't rage in your heavy armour. He wounds the other one, flashing about him. Is that your turn? Yes?
I'll cast,
Okay. Hit that second wind. And we are back on the Duergar. We get a hit from a claw. Zzz, 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 as it claws you. And we get a hit from the hammer. Dave stands there, being beaten on, slapped about. Corin.
Right. Hang on.
Still only wounded, though, because he's a barbarian now.
Right. More arrows. What? I look at me bow.
How have I missed? That's better.
Better.
Heavy damage. They're sparking and...
Right. That's my done.
Tesh.
Jesus, I've got a hit this time. Right. Firebolt them.
Normally I wouldn't drag comments out this long, but however, you might be using resources up. We need to know what resources you have left at the end of combat. No, Lantesh, you cannot.
Somebody's getting all my good rolls. I'm changing my dice.
Aisha, your turn. News at 10. That's your new, like, you know, WD wrestlers got a catchphrase. It's just like, news at 10, bitches.
Yep.
Fails again.
Awesome.
Another one falls to the might of Big Ben.
Boom.
Boom, baby.
I'll move up a little bit.
I'm glad somebody can hit them. I can't seem to bloody hit them.
Setting the age-old giant challenge of we're going to cut your tongues off.
Salmon, it's time for you to miss with your bolt.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you say there, Richard? I didn't hear you.
30 points of damage.
I'm sure Richie's got a doll like of Lantesh's image and he's sticking pins in her every time she takes a roll.
He's rolling ones on a D20 on her face. I want to go through the cinch hole I made in Ben's beard and hit it right in the fucking top of the forehead.
Yeah, and it burns the entire top of the hammerer's head completely off. It sparks and calls out in its robot voice and then falls to the ground dead. That is some hit, that like. Nice shot, sir.
I'll blow my finger, you know, like colour smoke comes up. It took us a while to get my eye in with this. Now it does a bit more damage.
So now all of the Duergar have thrown down their weapons. Grandolpher is in charge. Now they all attack it. No, they don't attack it.
I've got another fireball just in case of that eventuality.
She says, all of the things I heard about you were certainly true. You managed to acquit yourselves admirably. If it's one thing my people know, it's when they're told what to do. Yes, she shouts over to one of the technicians who comes over. They all kneel before her and pledge allegiance. And she sort of waves her hand and says, yes. Where's the failsafe on the weapon? Worried at her, he says,
there isn't one.
Master, there is no failsafe. The weapon is programmed to attack each of the towns in turn and then return to Sunblight once they're all destroyed.
Is there a way to stop it? Is it vulnerable to anything?
The protocols tell the creature to move on to the next target if it suffers a certain amount of damage.
Ask Grandolpha, has she got any means by which to transport us faster, because we've got to get to it pretty damn fast.
I do not, alas.
Can the protocols be changed while it's in the air?
No, it's a self-contained unit.
What's it vulnerable to?
It's not vulnerable to anything. It's meant to be the ultimate weapon.
Well,
is it particularly immune to anything?
Yeah, is it immune to anything?
He looks kind of pleased in this, and he goes, "Oh yes, it's absolutely incredible. It's a wonderful piece of engineering." And then he looks kind of sheepish as he realizes what he's saying to you.
What?
Cold and poison, and it's resistant to radiant, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Okay.
There's a little voice from behind.
Also immune to conditions: charmed, exhaustion, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, and poisoned.
Oh, well, other than that, we're fine.
He says, it's an amazing piece of weapon. It's got 120-foot vision. It can see in absolute blackness. It's completely immune to any spell or effect that would alter its form. It's resistant to magic. And it does the same damage as a siege weapon of equivalent size. It doesn't require food, air, drink, or sleep. It doesn't need to rest. It just kills. And then he's like,
Right.
he looks sheepish and he's like, please
I'll
don't
lean-
kill me.
I lean right down into him, very slowly reach up and like scrunch his chin up and pull her forward and go, is it killable and how so? You must have studied it if you know what it's invulnerable to.
Oh,
so you must know what it's
I built
vulnerable
it.
to.
We designed it not to be vulnerable to anything. I mean, if you do enough massive damage to the creature, you'll be able to bring it down. But
Right, boys, they're singing my song. Let's get to it.
I'll let him go. So basically, there's absolutely no point in keeping you alive if this is all the information.
He's sworn himself to Grand Alpha.
yeah, all of the dwarves have sworn themselves.
Yeah, but I want to
Grand
scare
Alpha
the
now.
shit out of him just in case he's holding something back.
He says, "No, not really."
He's hardly holding his intestines back. Grand Alpha, we need some way to get to it. It's got to be something.
Oh,
We have nothing.
has that mad biddy in the cells got anything?
Yes, the Mad Biddy in the cells. Go, Mad Biddy in the cells.
The cells are just to the north there, where those
Go.
where
I'll
those
go and
hammers came from.
talk to the mad biddy in the cells because
We're
I
running now, Rich. We're running. I have a really bad feeling.
Right,
that we're
so
going to
Tracy,
at least
you
lose
move north
one
up to here
down.
and you see a whole bunch of cells. The dark corridor has narrow iron doors along the north wall and two similar doors at each end. Iron crossbar seals each door. A loud banging from one cell causes the bar on its door to tremble in its bracket. From another cell comes a gentle tapping sound. Those are the two cells directly ahead.
Right, the one to the
And from two directly ahead, the left one has the loud banging noise. The right one has the gentle tapping. And the one to, well, that one. There is a off-key whistling coming from that one.
right. I'll move to the one like ahead, but to the left of ahead. Right. The Kapanook. Right, and peer in.
Inside
Me toes.
inside that cell is a large Goliath.
Right, it can't look like Goliath. I thought it was.
No, that's what a traditional Goliath looks like. You're used to Isha, who has no
Or morals.
or
Go
morals.
to the ones. Move along. Peer in them as I go along towards the west corridor. Move along the corridor to the west, and peer in them till I find what's her name?
Right,
Harple.
yeah, so from the are you calling out or are you just opening the cells and peering in?
I'm just. I'll call out.
The whistling stops. I guess my rescue party's finally arrived.
Right, and head to that cell to the where the voice is coming from.
So head into the cells. It has a stout bar in front of it.
Right. Locked. So,
Just a bar over it.
lift the bar.
Right, lifting the bar and it squeaking the door open. Inside, you see a woman you recognise as Villian Harble.
Greetings, Valia.
Lantesh, I was looking for you when the beasts managed to capture me and overpower.
Yes. We've got something urgent to attend to. Apparently, they've released a weapon of mass destruction. A dragon formulated out of Chardolin, and it's now heading towards 10 towns to destroy each town in turn. The problem we at the moment is how do we reach that, speedily. I was wondering, of your great wisdom and knowledge, if you had a means to transport fast, because alas, I don't have access to that level of magic just yet.
Well, actually, these little critters here, they took my sleds. I've got 2 sleds, and my kobolds can pilot them, so we could always take those. I mean, don't get me wrong, I came here for a reason, but obviously you've got this important thing. I mean, we can deal with that first. This is a picture of Villian Harble.
Oh, God, she's as mad as a box of fucking hammers, isn't she?
She's not, man.
They're all
I
mental.
like her already.
Just some of the things that they've done is phenomenal.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
just
Box of frogs, mad as.
She
madder.
goes,
Buy her a pint.
yeah, that barbarian never shut up. As you come back into the room, Villian walks into the room and says, where's my kobolds? One of the scientists goes, they're locked in the rooms and we can get them. So they go into the cells, go to the left, and they open 2 cells up. And in one is some kobolds who squeak and hoot appreciatively. They open the other one, and in that is a pile of kobold bodies, semi-decayed. And she was like, You've let the enchantment run out on them. I need my stuff. I need my arcane focus. I can't bring the dead back without it.
Are you undead?
Possibly, yes. It's
Oh, you're gonna love.
depends on where it is.
That's the mummy.
So, well, she starts poking the Duergar, previously our captors, in the chest. Pointed finger. I think you better go and get my stuff then, hadn't you?
I'll turn around to AC and go, guy in that cell up there, that's a bad
He
thing.
looks pretty mean. I didn't want to lift the bar.
Yeah,
not like-
I'll turn around and point at her back and go, and you let her out.
And I'll look at Aisha. Not like my Aisha. He looks pretty mean and scary.
Flex.
Yeah, she looks at you up and down, right? And comes over and then does that thing like where she gets your jaw and moves it left and right, prods a few of your muscles, and she'll go, "You'd make a magnificent zombie. Would you mind signing this form to let me use your corpse after you finish with it?"
Nope.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
I think you meant he doesn't mind. But anyway, let's go and see what.
Yeah, I turn around, lift my kilt, and flex my ass and go, rawr.
While they're doing all this, Rich, I'm scampering about looking for arrows.
Right, so you can grab half your arrows back, plus roll a dice for the remaining ones that's missing to see how many else you get.
Quick bio.
Right. What sort of dice?
However many you've got remaining.
All right.
So a D10. So you get half your arrows plus a D10 arrows back. 9. Nice. Only one broken. So one of the Duergar sent off to get a gear, unless there's any objections.
Nope.
No.
Faster the better.
They get her owl from a bag, and she looks disapprovingly. Pulls a wand and some clothing and a spell focused. Goes into the cell, starts chanting Anal Nathra Kuthwas Bethed Dothiel Dende, and then out come a bunch of zombie kobolds along with some kobolds. Points with our wand. You got lucky last time. Don't let it happen again.
Oh God, she's gonna get us all killed.
She says, I mean, yes, I do have some important business, but yes, I know you need to deal with this dragon thing. I can put my sleds at your disposal. Assuming this, and she looks down on Grandolpher, you haven't destroyed any of my sleds or my dogs. Grandolpher says, it's got nothing to do with me. No, they're in storage, chirps up one of the mechanics. We'll have them brought out to the front doors. What about the rest of this place?
Well, although it would be great to search the place, I think stopping the dragon is probably best. I'll turn around to Grand Alpha and bow deeply and say, we will return. Death weapon that seems to be trying to destroy 10 towns.
Sorry, go ahead, Al.
If you wish, we will speak on your behalf to the Council of 10 Towns.
That is excellent. We have opened up the tunnel back to the Underdark. It's part of the reason why the Duergar was split loyally, because quite sensibly there's no need to go around blowing things up. Like I said, he was burning with hellfire, so there's obviously a rabbit away there. He had changed. He's obviously thrown his lot in with something demonic.
While we're away, can you look into that? And also, do you have anything you can give us to help us take the dragon down?
We don't have anything of a magical nature. We just have the weapons that you see before us. That was Zardok's crazy idea.
Do you have any healing?
We could probably rustle up a few healing potions.
That would be fantastic, my friend.
Yep.
Isn't she great?
He's as mad as a box of frogs.
Are you squeeing about Villian Harple?
Yeah, because our brother's the one that taught Lantish everything.
Well, mind you, she cannot be all bad because she knows about my little problem.
Sorry, I mean, yeah, she's probably lovely. I'm probably completely wrong.
I could be right, but she could be the first necromancer Harple that's been mentioned.
It's not their usual thing. Not enough lightning involved in necromancy.
No.
I'll say to Valiant Harper, tell them about the time when you off the vampires with that axe, and I'll just go about some of the stories that I've been told.
Well, I'd love to do that. I do think that Salmon there looks like he has a pressing matter.
Yes, don't want to lose. This is the thing we have to do. We have to go and see.
Oh yes, the dragon. Yeah. And then we'll tell them about the stories of old.
Lantish seems very happy to see me. I was specifically looking for her. Sadly, it was only a one-way teleport, so we can't get back out. But, I'm sure we'll sort that out. Can't be that difficult. What you got to deal with, a couple of Yetis, maybe a crag cat or two.
A message back to your brother. He left us with Danica Greysteel and to sort things out over here, and you can't get messages or anything out, and we're left in bizarre affair.
She says, possibly. I best have a look and see if I can cast sending. I don't believe she can. Message, prestidigitation, detect magic. She has a lot of...
Oh, well, that's great.
No. She has a lot of necromantic spells. I'm afraid I'm not a sending kind of person. Not my bag, man.
Let's up the potions and get a wiggle on people. We've got a dragon to catch.
Yeah, good plan.
Portion of 3 potions of healing into the...
Thank you very much. I'm going to drink one straight away because I'm on half health.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling we won't have to... Have we got time for a short rest where they're running around getting stuff or not?
You have whatever time you deem fit.
Well, will we be standing around for 10 minutes while we do all this?
Oh, yeah.
In that case, we'll take a short
You can
rest.
take a short rest.
What do you get back for a short rest?
You can spend your hit die for healing.
Right.
Can I use an arcane water to get
You
a
can
spell?
use your arcane water, yeah, 3 days.
I'll do. That will
She
do.
says, so we're heading out into the freezing north. Seriously depleted series party members. Do you have a party charter or a name or anything? I would just want to see what the possibility is of claiming your bodies after you.
None whatsoever.
You can have mine when I'm done with it.
So we're taking a short rest, yes?
Yes.
That is an hour.
Oh, I thought it was 10 minutes.
No, short rest's an hour.
All right, sorry.
So, Fillion grabs a gear, and unless you want to explore anything or ask anything else, you're led to the front of the fortress.
Are we letting the guy out, by the way? I just want to leave him there, Bracy.
I'll leave it to Bracy because
That's what I
he's a
mean.
big boy
I
to
would
deal
say
with
let
him.
him out, but
Are you there, Bracy?
Yes.
Well, there's 2. There's the loud banging and the gentle tapping.
oh, they're talking both bollocks, and we're trying to mess about.
Gentle tapping.
Right behind the door to the gentle tapping is a scrawny human man in a dirty cloth. He blinks his eyes because of the darkness of the cage, and he says, God, you're here to rescue me.
Who are you?
I'm Pico. I'm a trapper from Dugan's Hole. You notice he's got the small malformed ears and pointy teeth typical of the town's stock.
Oh, we're heading back there now. You best hurry up. By the way, we're chasing a dragon that's on its way to kill everyone in Dugan's Hole. So if you know a quick way back, you better start working out how to use it. You can tell us your story in the sledge, and then I'll go and open the other door.
Very well, he says, looking slightly panicked.
I could ask him if he has any sort of function which will in some way assist.
I hunt and trap you some food, I guess.
Excellent. So, open the other one, the loud banging.
The loud banging is a naked Goliath warrior. Sorry, it said unarmed and I said naked, so an unarmed Goliath warrior.
I'll look at him and go, all right, mate.
Does it tell me which client it is? Yes, it does. Right. He roars and rushes towards you and then realises that you're not a Duergar. You're not a Duergar, he says.
Yeah, we're the rescue party.
Excellent. Let me go out and I will strangle them with my bare hands.
Nope, they're on our side.
I'm Capnook. The what? These
They're on our side
filthy little beasts captured people. I wouldn't be surprised if they ate them.
Quite likely, but giant dragon being released and it's going to fly around 10 towns and kill everyone. And I'm sure that they're definitely not going to kill all of you guys as well when they're finished.
As he comes out, basically he sees you and he gasps, Markless, even I have heard of you. You notice he has slightly different features, basically, so he's probably from the Wormdoom tribe. Even I have heard of the Markless. That is a slang term that you got bullied with, Bracy, when you were younger, until you got big enough to start punching people's heads in.
What did he just call you, Aisha?
Mark, I think.
Markless. Nothing that bothers me. I just look at him and smile. Like the evil smile.
Yeah.
Not the nice smile.
He says, I'm sorry, I did not mean to be insulting. I am thankful for the rescue. I'll happily come with you. Should we get through this alive, I'd like to invite you to Wormdoom, give you the thanks you deserve.
I just look at him and smile again. I don't say anything. Just turn around.
Wormdoom? Is that worm as in dragon?
Yeah, Wyrm. Wormdoom.
Why is it called Wormdoom?
Because my tribe are mighty you. We have slain an ancient worm and we have built our home in amongst its bones.
What colour was it before you killed it?
Legend says that it was white.
Oh, that's fine. I was about to get a bit defensive there, but nope. Hey, knock yourself out. Right, we'll best crack on, boys and girls.
Right, so you've had your short rest. So does
By
anybody want to ID this hat, the mitre?
Ooh,
Yes,
good
I'll
idea.
do it.
Right, that's a thought.
Is anybody going to snuggle it, or is Tracy going to cast ID?
I'm going to identify
Well,
it.
Clicked, identified, and it is in the party.
Hey, what is a mitre of disguise?
It is a hat of disguise.
Awesome. Disguise yourself. You look like a priest. Awesome. That's mitre.
That is mitre, isn't it? 2 potions of healing. You'll have a mitre of disguise.
How can we use that to nobble a dragon?
I'm not
It
sure.
look like Caradon and command it to stop.
It
Well, I
didn't
mean,
build a
Zardos or whatever you call him.
Yeah, but I've got a feeling that it won't.
Right,
Can't hurt.
so I need to record that you have spent an hour resting.
I wonder if those barrels of whale oil could be of any use.
Or a
Technically
couple of
won't have
suns.
them,
No, but if we can get it on the ground and get them.
but bear in mind, right, as soon as we can move, we are moving, and we are moving as fast as possible at the best. Get the Duggan's Hole, preferably before the giant killer dragon, but I
Yep.
think that's unlikely.
Via our sled, if that's possible.
Okay, well, alas, it is not quite so simple. You're taken to the top. You have Pig or Quint with you. You have Valiant Hartwell. You also have Captain Nook with you. Valiant Hartwell has 2 medium sleds and a bunch of undead kobolds and a bunch of normal kobolds. Sadly, they can only travel at the normal speed. However, good news, as you are leaving to fight the dragon.
Oh, whoa!
Really?
Yes, you do.
Jeez. Yeah, but your brother likes things like Dispel Magic, of course.
So after you feel much more powerful, ensuing a long rest, you load into the Villian's 2 sleds. Where do you head? You can go round the valley on the snow, or take the hard trek over the mountains.
First question, why do we need our sledge?
It's got Bob on it.
And he shouldn't heal Bob.
Yeah, but will it not slow us down getting it?
Well, if we've got to kind of go back round that way, we'll pass it anyway.
Yeah, if we're going to pass it, we'll get there. If we're not going to pass it, we'll
So, who is driving the 2 sleds? Villian can get her kobolds to drive, but they are not particularly skilled at it.
Well, I can drive one if she likes.
The trap are good with sledges.
I can try. Well, yeah, everybody's doing a little bit of sledge traveling.
Try.
So, what's your bonus, Andy, to animal handling?
+1.
So,
That's certainly well so far.
let's have a roll for animal handling, peeps. The trapper rolls a 9.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to get, if you stay, are you staying together?
Yeah.
Or because the Andy pilots the sled much better than the trapper does, who only does the standard speed. Which way head?
Looking at the map, we've got to go west, south, and round the bottom of that big mountain, haven't we?
Yeah.
If you want to go on the snow, yes, you can go around the snow, or you can go across the mountains. Again, you'll have to make rolls. It is completely up to you, because you weren't in sleds when you came here, so it'll be much more difficult to get the sleds over the mountains.
Yeah, I would say go the snow route, right? We'll swap to ours and then break away and head straight for
Right.
Dizzy's Hole.
So first, Andy, I'm going to cancel that. Okay. So I need you to move 2 miles first. You're going round, yeah?
Yeah.
So you're moving at 3 miles per hour. You can run the dogs for 3 hours.
Right.
You just get out of the valley. The sky lights up like the first time you've seen the sun.
Yay!
The
2
dragon's
years.
exploded. Yeah.
But it's just for a second, and then it's dark once more. A few seconds passed, and an awful rumbling explosion causes the mountains themselves to shake. So that is 3 hours. So Andy, you can move an extra mile this hour, and then you get to move 6 miles, and then you've got to rest the dogs for 3 hours, or you can force them on.
Force them.
Each travel period, the dogs will gain a level of exhaustion.
Right. Well, that's 6 miles.
So you can rest them for 3 hours and keep them running.
We'll keep them running till we get to our sled.
Okay. So move to the sled. Right, so it's 4 miles, so that is just over an hour. So they gain a level of exhaustion as you pull up to the sled. The panting.
Hey, they're not my dogs.
The panting heavily.
I think we have to give a level of exhaustion on the dogs for what we've got to do now.
Swap sleds and let's go around Miss Hartwell and go, this is our friend Bob. Bob, say hello to Miss Hartwell.
Wow, that is fascinating. Do I have time to study this for just a few hours?
Yeah, you can do it while we're traveling if you want. Self-actualize.
4 hours have passed. Get to the sled and jump, change over. What are you doing about the other sled? Leaving them with the kobolds and going ahead in the cargo sled?
Yeah.
Are they to follow you or try to keep up? Because they are exhausted.
They are to try to keep. They are to just follow our tracks and try to keep up with us.
Okay. And is Villian going with you in your sled, or is she staying with hers? Right,
we're taking people.
So that is can't really fit a whole load of people in the sled unless you get rid of all the meat and stuff out of it.
Put the meat on a disc.
We'll put
So that's 5 hours.
Sorry, Rich.
No, that's fine. It takes you 10 minutes to cast the disc, so that's 5 hours, 10 minutes.
Can't we transfer all the meat to the other sledge?
Yeah, it just takes time. You can do anything you want. I'd say about 15 minutes.
In that case, we will
just allow us to cast the disc.
Yeah, but only lasts an hour. We'll move the stuff. We'll dump the stuff and tell the kobolds to put it on their sledge and then follow our tracks.
No, Tracy, like I said, this is a sandbox. You can do anything you want. So if you want to take an extra 10 minutes to cast the disc, that is absolutely fine. So
I think we might have to head towards East Haven.
What's the plan?
I don't think we're going to save Goodmead.
Well, was East Haven after Goodmead on the map?
Yes.
Well with me, but how fast can you get us to East Haven?
Well, you've got fresh dogs, and they can do 3 miles an hour.
Well, shall I just say how far it is?
Yeah, give us a time to Goodmead and a time to East Haven. Fastest, please.
Well, a time to Goodmead is going to take us through Dugan's Hole.
In that case, go.
But we'd have to go Dugan's Hole and then to Goodmead, but we could go straight to East Haven.
And we'll probably get there before the dragon.
East Haven.
Right.
Because we're going to have to go that way, even if we're trying to get ahead of it.
Where's it going after East Haven?
Cairdenville.
Right, well, if we don't kill it, which we probably won't, and it heads for Cairdenville, why don't we just cut out the middleman and head for Lonelywood?
Going to Lonelywood, or was it going to Tourmaline, Rich?
It goes to all of the cities.
In that case, if we don't hit it at East Haven, we're going to Lonelywood. Or if it'll be coming from Caird. Oh, well, yeah.
Just look at the map. Whatever's next after Cairdenville, Cairconeg, it's either going to be Tourmaline or Lonelywood. It's probably going to be Tourmaline.
Is it? Yeah, so is it Tourmaline, Lonelywood, then round that way?
Or isn't that marked on that funny map you've got?
Yeah.
So if you look in your notes, it's got Sunblight map route, so it's got a list of exactly where they go.
Got you.
Right, hang on.
Tourmaline. Right, let's go. Whack the dogs, get us to East Haven. If we can't catch it in East Haven, we're going straight across to Lonelywood, past where we have that lost sled. That's a crater.
Yeah, I figured out what I was doing wrong. So
well, it's only right 2 miles to just outside of East Haven.
There you go. The map has been correctly updated.
Wow, 9 towns is looking better every day.
So, are you pushing the dogs on for the extra hour, giving them a level of exhaustion?
We'll have to.
So you arrive at East Haven. 9.
Yeah, but not actually in East Haven.
As you get close to East Haven, you see that buildings are destroyed, and as you get in close, there's so many bodies lying in the snow that you have to slow the sled to steer around them. You couldn't possibly get over the top.
Are the rays still coming down?
Yes.
Right. I will cast Twin Spell and cast Fly on myself and Fly on Bracy, and then Superman it straight towards the race.
Okay, so you head towards the centre of East Haven and
send your elbows to British Sander and go, congratulations, you're now the mayor of 2 towns. He'd be like, what?
That's basically what is happening to East Haven as the dragon swoops and flies overhead.
Oh, is it?
Firing.
Oh, right. Is it? I thought it was up in the clouds where we couldn't see it.
No, it's straffing East Haven. Yeah, but are you shooting off ahead?
No, I was going to fly with me and Bracy, but I don't need to do that if it's visible. I thought it was hidden in the clouds.
No,
we don't like East Haven much, do we? Not one of the ones we didn't like.
You were quite friends with Ronaldo.
Oh, right, okay.
Who was the halfling that ran the ghost pub?
Let's get within. Let's go as soon as we get outside of town. We're out and running. I want to get as soon as it straps within range of me. I'm fireballing it.
Can we get Ronaldo out?
We haven't got time to get people out. We have to kill this thing.
Quite badly, in fact.
I am going to kill it with every bit of kill I've got in me, which is a fair bit of kill.
You stand in the centre of East Haven. The dragon is flying towards you overhead.
Oh, that's big.
60 feet in the air.
Excellent.
Should I be able to say anything of East? Oh, yes, I should. Oh, bloody no. Just took a while for the map to come in there.
Shit.
East Haven burns. The Chardland dragon flies towards you with that awful metallic screech. It's not targeting you specifically. It just seems to be looking for targets of opportunity.
I'll turn around and say to everyone, stay away from me. I think I might be getting its attention. And I'll start lighting up the
I
hill.
channel Matthew McConaughey and try and find a big tall building that's not on fire.
Tell me my challenge dragon goes last. My God, that is horrendous. Right, so first up technically is Corin.
Jesus, I always roll shit with me.
That's me shifted. Hang on, I've just got to drag this map about. I wish I had a bigger screen.
Corin runs forward into the snow, the heat of the burning buildings.
Oh, right, where's the bloody dragon? There's that bugger. His map's gone a bit screwy. There we go. Right, sorted.
Yeah, it's 60 feet in the air, cruising overhead, looking for targets of opportunity.
Is there anything
Unmarred.
that's not on fire?
You can't say
Apart from
anything.
muscle.
You can't say anything that's not on fire, except the bottom corner there. There's a bit of building that's not quite on fire yet.
Right.
This, is it a hill or a dip that's in front of us? Can't really tell. Looks like a hill.
No, it's just a mashed up ground. It's not a hill or a dip. Right. So Andy, you've run forward.
I have. I'm about to do stuff. First of all, I shall put Tosser's mark upon the beast. Here's where I turn myself into a small ember.
We all blew myself up tonight.
Aye, pretty much. Right, here we go.
It hits. The arrow actually penetrates its shield and it does some damage to it.
Right, well, it can have another one then. Bollocks.
That bounces off its thick hide.
Right, there you go. Give us a shout when I'm dead.
Heightened fireball.
It failed, so that's okay.
And then add 4.
30 damage. The fire bursts all around it. It seems to damage it. The leathery rubber substance that make up the wings seem to smoke just a little. And Villian pulls out her wand of magic missiles. And it's in range, so she fires off missiles.
Yeah, machine gun that bitch.
It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She doesn't fire the 7th because it might destroy it. It's 13 plus 6, 19 more damage. Slam into the creature. The dragon goes. Right, so first of all, it says in a robotic voice, damage inflicted, priority target list updating, and you Villian and Corin are all scanned with like a red laser barcode reader. Cast a class, probable, wizard or sorcerer, move to top of priority list, and it flies forward. Its chest grows a bright yellow, and the grill that forms its face, a beam, shoots out at you, making a horrific noise. It will...
Come get some, bitch.
Yeah, so that, you and Andy are in range. So the horrific, radiant beam that streaks forward hits you and Andy.
Nice knowing you, Sanwan.
Been fun.
It digs a furrow all the way through the snow, blasting through it, and bits of earth fly up.
Stops just 5 feet in front of them.
Both. Right, amazingly, it doesn't kill you both. It burns you horribly, and then the creature says damage threshold exceeded, and then it goes straight up.
I roll about in the snow to put myself out.
It's 100.
Its next target.
It's 120 feet in the air now, so that will, with the range, will put it out of range, and it wheels about and begins to fly. Begins to fly towards Caer Dineval in a straight line. You, however, saved around half of East Haven. The dragon turns tail, and with a great sweep of its wings, heads off.
We could go across the ice.
A minute, just need to check the map.
It'd be quicker along the road, I think.
Yeah.
If we drive it up from Caer Dineval.
Yeah, you'd probably get into the castle at Caer Connig.
Yep. I mean, thinking about it, we could always dash up the Eastway, cut the corner off at Bryn Shander and get to Tourmaline well before the dragon does.
We'll hit the Caer Dineval, and if we can't catch it at Caer Dineval, we'll head straight across to Tourmaline, and that should put us in front of it.
Okay.
Unless it starts chasing us.
Oh, well, that would be great if we could work out a way to get it to chase us, but it appears to be programmed to do this.
Well, we could put you in a skirt and you shout, chase me, chase me.
I'll try anything once.
I'm already in a skirt. Oh, shit.
Wouldn't there be any loose dogs running around can tie to the...
You want to steal some new dogs? You can run over to the stables and grab some.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm trying to save the world.
Let's see how much this is destroyed. There's about 30% of the stables destroyed. So, Dave, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you for a D100 roll. On a 1 to 30, the stable is destroyed. Ignore the D10 because it's 7. You run to the stables. The stables have just been destroyed in a massive explosion. Dogs lie dying and dead all over the floor, along with axe beaks. Stable hand staggers out a full beam driven through his chest. He staggers out, blood runs down his face. He says, "You're supposed to protect us," and then he falls to the ground.
Some
Back to the
people.
sleds. Let's
So
get
your
the
sled dogs are now exhausted, and if you run them again, then it halves their movement after that.
Yeah, which is why we need to cut our losses and head straight to Tourmaline. Because if we get to Cair Dinneville, the dogs are not going to be able to take us anywhere else.
Can't we pick up dogs at Cair Dinneville? Wasn't there that there?
Yeah, the shop's there. He's got dogs.
If we can get there, we'll swap dogs.
Yeah, if there's anything left of it by the time we get there, alternatively, we could leg it to Bryn Shander, change dogs and go to Tourmaline. I seem to remember Bryn Shander's last on the list.
It is, and you're the expert, so if that's the way you think we should go now, but go.
Can I drag the sled as fast as the dogs or not?
No. You can drag it at 1 mile an hour. The dogs move at least 3 and 5 on roads. So
Bryn Shander.
it's up to you.
Bryn Shander.
Right, we'll run the dogs into the ground to get to Bryn Shander in the hope we can pick up some new ones.
Right. Okay. So you head out of what remains of East Haven, roughly halfly destroyed, and you move. You can move 5 miles in an hour, and then they gain another level of exhaustion. Then that drops their speed to 2.5 miles per hour. You run it for an hour.
Yeah.
And then the dog speed drops to 2.5 miles.
Right.
And then if you run them again, they're going to gain another level of exhaustion.
Right.
They're panting now. The breath comes in ragged gasps, and saliva's starting to freeze at the edge of their tongues.
Shame that. How long is it going to take to get to Bryn Shander then?
Well, you move 2.5 miles along a road. So we're on 11 hours. Cair Dinneville is burning. It doesn't take it long to burn through Cair Dinneville.
I didn't think it would.
It's only a small place, so it only takes the dragon an hour to destroy it.
Right.
So 2.5 miles along the road, Andy. And then, luckily, they don't suffer any more movement penalties until they run themselves to death at exhaustion level 6.
Right. So, can I continue to Bryn Shander then?
Yeah. So that's an extra hour, so we're in on hour 12.
What's faster, dogs or axe beaks?
Axe beaks are the same speed as dogs.
Right, let's get to Bryn Shander.
Right, you arrive at Bryn Shander. It's been 12 hours since you left. 12 hours since you've left.
Yeah.
Yep. Alert the guard captain. We need some more dogs. Sharpish.
I will tell him exactly what's happening.
Yeah. As you look, Cair Dinneville burns. The fires are starting at Cair Connig.
We'll have to stop at a Tourmaline.
You arrive in Bryn Shander. The dogs are exhausted, barely able to move. You ride, inform the guards. There's a dragon coming. Obviously, by this point, they've started to get some refugees.
There's a dragon coming, and we're off to Tourmaline to stop it before it gets you.
So very quickly, you get fresh sleds within sort of 30 minutes.
Right.
I'll tell the guard captain enough crossbows might drive it away. It must be damaged. Bremen, Targos, then finally Bryn Shander. We're going to try to stop it in Tourmaline to save as many people as we can.
Right, I'll alert the old man and we'll get the militia out.
You want to get everybody safe as you can. Get them out of the city, even if it's into the freezing cold. Far too long to round people up, but it's going to destroy the city itself. So be ready.
Right.
Gentlemen, do you think we need to grab the sun while we're here?
Well, can't hurt to take
That's
it.
where I've just.
I know that. I was going to say Lantis said that, but it was only used. It only destroyed the other guy because it didn't have the extra thing on it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Excellent. So you run to the temple of Lathander.
You're spending more time, man.
Yeah, but we've got to wait half an hour while they do the dogs. So in that half hour, we can run and grab the sun, can't we?
Yeah, absolutely. You get to the temple of Lathander and the priestess looks absolutely horrified. She says, "I've got some terrible news. Attacked here yesterday. Somebody broke in, knocked me unconscious, and they stole the cauldron."
Stole the cauldron? Did they steal the sun?
No, they left the sun there. They knew what they were doing. They were all dressed in black. I got to look at one. I tried to cast a spell, but 3 of them set about me.
It's them fuckers from that place with flipping a German soldier.
Right. There's a dragon destroying all the 10 town cities. So we need to borrow the sun. We might need to use it as a bomb. We're going to go and try to kill it. If you don't see us again, we're dead, but then everyone else will be as well. Get as many people into hiding as you can. And if you've got any healing, that'd be great because I've been set on fire. Second of all, if you've got anything that can help us kill a dragon, now is the time.
I haven't. I can cast some healing spells on you though.
Yep, that's great.
They my guest.
So who's injured badly?
Half health, and I think he's probably about the same.
So she's a fifth level caster, so she can cast 2 third level spells. doing 8 plus 3, so 11. Healing on Samhain reduces your wounds down to 13. And she does. Who's the next most badly injured? She'll cast the 3rd level healing word.
Me.
9 points to Corin, so that reduces your 17. 2nd level spells. So another 9 to Corin. Another 9 to Corin, another 10 to Samhain. Samhain to 3 wounds. Corin to 8 wounds. Bad news, guys. You've now been travelling for 18 hours, so you too have now got levels of exhaustion.
I'll turn round to Lantesh when I get back with the sun and say, you're the expert here, but if we rip that extra bar off that we put on it, will it then be unstable and dangerous again?
Won't
Think so.
cast restoration on us?
So restoration doesn't cure exhaustion?
Yeah, exhaustion is a condition, so it would cure it. But I think it's only...
Except she's just spunked all of our spell slots up on heals. So basically, you are healed as well because you were damaged a little bit. She uses all of our spells up on heals, and then Dave goes, "Can we use restoration?" She went, "Oh shit, I've just used my 3rd level spell slots on you."
Right, let's go. I will discuss with Lantesh in the back of the wagon. Is there a way she can jury rig it so I could easily yank off that 3rd circle?
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Because I can fly, yeah.
Pick up more javelins.
Right, where are you heading?
Termaling.
Yep. And we're going this way.
Okay.
To there, and then straight up the road.
Right, so that takes you 2 hours.
And we'll be ready for the fucker as he comes riding over the mountains.
I'll tell the speaker in Termaling.
You arrive just as somebody starts shouting, "Dragon!" And you see, as it's coming in, it's leaking like yellow light, like gas is leaking out between its ribs where its heart is. But it is still going. You are arriving at the same time, and the dragon, Care Conic burns, Care Dinival burns. You, however, arrive at the same time as the dragon.
Spread it out, kill it. If we can't kill it, I'll take it out and go with it. I'll go out with it.
If I could fly, I did offer to do it.
I know.
So first up,
Alright.
we have Lantesh.
Well, can I move towards the direction it is
Yeah.
by my 30 feet up? Because I don't know which direction it's coming from.
Northeast. It's in the top northeast corner of the map. It's come on the map and it's heading towards you.
And I'll hold my attack till it's in range. As soon as it's within 120 feet, I'm firing lightning bolt.
Dragon goes next. It comes barreling in towards you. It's now 240 feet away from some people, 255 away from others. That's
job you
its
didn't
turn. Ben, it is your turn. You stand there in the snow. The last. Okay. Next up, we have Samhain. Why would you want to do it like Dave? All right, you can dash. Samhain, the thing comes in, leaking yellow gas, damaged.
And I've got the sun with us in the offhand.
Okay, is that your turn?
That's my turn. Spreading
Velian
out.
is out of range. Okay, Dave. Horan.
Right. First thing Corin's going to do is shift a bit. Well, he would if this took a while to scroll the blading map. Right, hang on.
It's quite some map. One way or the other. This looks like the last stand.
Right, that's where I want to be.
You're like the Magnificent Seven spreading out as this thing barrels down upon you.
Put Tosser's mark on him.
You do.
Now I am going to fire at the beastie. Bollocks.
Second one. It's a hit.
Pick the fucking bones out of that, you bastard.
Ooh, look at that. It's a big hit as well. Right.
There you go. And I shall stand my ground looking hard.
You hear the metallic voice go. Target list updated. Extreme damage. And then it looks at you, Andy.
I look at it and I do that, like, you know, that thing with your 2 fingers, like I'm looking at you.
Yeah. Aisha.
Run forward to my maximum range, 30, I think. Oh, that's a massive range.
Yeah.
I will dash to the north.
Okay. Again, spread out. Girding your loins, all exhausted and what have you.
And I give it the finger.
Right. It puts its head down, it flaps its wings, it's heading straight for you. And Tess, you are up once more. Sorry, dear.
So is it not in range still?
I'll target it and then you can see the distance. It is 220 feet away. Coming on fast.
Still going to be a couple of rounds before it's in range, I think.
Dash 50 feet towards it.
Applaud your bravery.
My dash there then. Yep.
Okay. Dragon moves 60 feet. And then is it in range of anybody? We will see. A missile. 130 feet. You are 10 foot out of range, Tracy. Ooh. Ooh, Ben. You can see the yellow heart that starts to glow brighter and brighter. Grill of its face is there's like yellow light building up behind it. It makes that noise. What are you doing, Ben? And forward spreading out. You do notice its breath weapon seems to be a line.
Trying to make sure there's nobody behind us, so I can only get one of us at a time.
Yeah, I love it. Sanwin.
Move that way. I can't do anything because I use dash, so...
Villian is out of range, but she will move forward. She says, well, if I wanted to stare down the throat of a robot dragon, I guess this isn't the worst place in the world to do it. Corin.
Right, let's just move first.
Corin with his big-ass longbow hits. Let's see.
Come on, Corin.
150 is your normal range, so if you can get to 150, you're not at disadvantage.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, cancel that movement.
50 is normal range. Villian says, are you sure I can't use any of your bodies after this dragon hits?
Haha.
I'm shouting out to the rest of you, if I die, right, I want me body taken to me brother, not me parents.
Okay.
Right, so I am no longer at disadvantage.
Indeed.
Awesome. Right, let's have a bash. Brush your fingers.
He sights along his bow. It's a hit. It's a big hit. The arrow sinks deep into it. It's leaking yellow smoke now.
Damn,
The
bollocks.
second one misses. It looks like the wing may be damaged as it starts to come down. It's not falling out the sky, but it's gliding down at an angle now. It looks like it's going to hit the ground at the end of its next movement.
Is it making neat noise?
Yeah. Yellow smoke or gas leaks out of it. Remember, this thing's made out of chardolin, and that's an awful radioactive things to people.
Yeah, don't breathe it in.
Aisha.
Forward.
You do that.
I'll move my 30.
Okay.
All right, I will move north to spread out so we don't get all caught in the fucking death breath, whatever it is.
First up is Lantesh. Bears down on you. It's focused on you completely.
How far away is it now?
130 feet as the closest target.
Right, okay, I'll move 10 feet forward, so I'm within range, and cast lightning bolt at it.
Roll its save and throw. Target it. Yeah, roll its save and throw. Lightning zaps from your hand. Succeeds.
Well, it succeeds a save.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, but
So
you
roll,
still do damage.
roll your damage. It
Alright.
takes half damage. It's a lot of dice. Right, it zaps through it. The dragon is sparking, barely able to keep itself upright, but it doesn't quite put it down.
Right, and I'll move 15 foot backwards.
Lantesh lances out with lightning, sparks shooting along the dragon's surface now. It's talking and it's going,
Scares the freaking life out of us, that thing.
It moves forward 60 feet, comes down. It breathes, and as it moves, it breathes on Lantesh.
Close my eyes.
120 feet it goes, so it doesn't hit anybody else, luckily, but this yellow beam
I'll try not to
lances
breathe.
out, and where it touches the snow, succeeds, so you're going to take half damage. Yeah, Lantesh, you're blasted by this energy. It takes your breath away, but you
35 damage.
You are still standing. Yeah, you saved, so you took half damage.
Oh, that really hurt.
That is the end of its
bleeding
turn.
out
It's on the
every
ground.
orifice now.
It's on the ground. It's literally gone kill, and it staggers forward. One of its wings hangs down. Ben, you go.
I know your pain, Dave.
It sizzles in the snow right next to it. Earl, your turn. The dragon comes forward, intent on killing Lantesh for lightning it.
Right. I burn spells to get sorcery points back. Okay, I'm burning three spells to turn a level 3 spell to turn into sorcery points. Then I'm heightening my last fireball with them.
Okay.
With a bit of luck, this is gonna hurt.
It's like fucking Chernobyl disaster, this, isn't it? This fucking thing.
Earl throws a fireball 115 feet.
Heightened went on. Save, bitch.
Oh, get in.
Right, so
Well
with an
done, son.
enormous fire explosion, El, do you want to describe how the dragon goes down?
Well, the bolt doesn't explode. It goes inside that rent in the side of its carcass. Then it explodes. So it comes out its eyes and out its mouth and its ears.
And it just sort of shudders, and that yellow gas pours out, and then there's an enormous explosion scattering chardolin all over the town. In fact, you have to duck as pieces of destroyed Shardland whiz past your ears, and the Shardland dragon lies dead. Well, it wasn't really alive, but it's dead now.
I will turn around and go, let's not touch the Shardling, guys. And I'll rush over to Lantesh and hand her a healing potion.
Get everybody together and I'll cast mass healing.
That's also a good idea.
So, Villian says, well, that was an exciting day, wasn't it?
Well, at least we didn't need. I'll lift the sun up and go. At least we didn't need to use the nuclear option. That's what I was saving that third slot for, because if I couldn't have done it, I was going to literally just cast fly up to it. It was flying away and rip the ring off to see what happened.
So have I got to take a potion out the?
No, Bracey's going to cast mass healing.
Oh, Bracey's casting mass healing.
All right. Oh,
However, the dragon now defeated, although 4 towns lie utterly destroyed and 1 is half destroyed.
Shame that.
Well,
Villian says, well, now we've done your thing. The reason I was looking for Lantesh, I mean, incidentally, it may help you out as well. That little prick, Nas Lantamir, stole my. He was heading to the Isle of Grimscaldir to converse with the Frost Maiden. So, I don't know where the Isle of Grimscaldir is, but I know a man who does.
wait a minute. You can actually go to somewhere and talk to her?
Oh, yeah, she resides up north somewhere. I just don't know exactly where.
And he's took your orb.
My Professor Orb, yes. It's an orb imbibed with a magical spirit that it absorbs all knowledge pertaining to a particular subject, which you can then recall at a command. It's kind of like an artificial form of life. It computes distances between things and calendar dates, that kind of thing.
Jedi holocron.
I don't know what those words are, but yeah. So Nas Lantamir, the prick, has stolen my holocron and then headed to the Isle of Grimscaldir. Now,
the bastard.
Nas Lantamir has been mentioned several times.
He was supposed to be getting off a ship, and they planned to communicate with the deity.
So I'll help you find the Isle of Grimscaldir where the Frost Maiden is if you help me get back my Professor Orb.
Of course.
Done, and we certainly are.
Yeah, there was several people supposed to be heading up north. Nas had apparently met with Dazan.
Dazan, yeah. Dazan. We know about Dazan. He turned into a black pudding. Well, he turned into a simulacrum, then turned into a black pudding. What's the going price for books in Nethery's magical books?
I have absolutely no idea.
Not worth anything.
Well, they will definitely be worth something.
Got to take them back to Morithor.
So where are you actually going to
It'll be useful for starting a campfire.
have a sleep?
Shanda.
Or wiping your ass.
You're heading back to Bryn Shandy in your exhausted state.
All right, okay, no. Is there
Should be
anywhere
an
he
inn
hasn't
here.
been flattened yet? There should be an inn. I'm pretty sure we'll be allowed to use an inn around here.
Oh yeah, the frightened populace comes out. You're hailed as heroes, even though half the town is now peppered in Charlton.
They'll sing songs about us.
They will sing songs about it.
Put cordons up to so that the bands don't go and play with all that, because it's highly dangerous till we get a clean-up operation going.
If there's any little kids about, I shall look at them and go, now, no hunting for shrapnel, sonny, it's not good for you.
It's deathly dangerous, that stuff, to keep their family away from it.
It'll be the Song of 7 Towns.
But yes,
Oh no, it'll be the Song of 5 Towns now. The 5 down.
exhausted, out of spell slots, you stagger off to the inn.
At least the food will last longer.
That is true.
Hey, there is 5 of us. The Great 5 came and the Great 5 left.
Alien, you'd be able to regale yourself of stories in the inn.
Well, you head to the inn to have a good night's sleep, yeah? Have a long rest, a well-deserved rest. Slaying the Charlton Dragon is a milestone. What do we get when we get milestones?
Levels.
No way.
Yes,
What?
Oh,
You just get Tracy 4th level spells. Are you mad?
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be way tougher than anything you could possibly make now.
yeah, right.
You do remember that you're heading off to the isle where the Frost Maiden lives, right?
Yeah, but she won't
I'd
be
worry
there.
if he's giving with levels, because I'm starting to think, what the fuck was round the corner?
Nothing good.